Over the past couple months, I've been having a blast playing Jurassic World Evolution 2. I've become kind of obsessed with the game. For the record, I'm nowhere near as good of a park builder as some others out there. But since I had so much fun yesterday during my Build and Chill live stream where we built this park, Site B Plus as we ended up calling it, I thought we would go over some of my other parks that I have built over the past couple months and show you them as well as my thoughts overall regarding each park. So this was Site B Plus, my newest park. I have some herbivores in this central hub area, and over in the eastern part of the park is my T-Rexes. I have two T-Rexes over here, some compies somewhere, and over here on the western side, a few more herbivores down here. So I got some more herbivores. I have a few other little carnivores as well, some Edmonton sauruses. So yeah, this was kind of like a safari style park I built during my stream Sunday. We had fun building it, and I may do future build and chill streams down the road if anyone's interested in that. So yeah, this is I guess the newest park that I've built at the recording of this video, Site B Plus. This is one of my oldest creations over the past 2-3 months now. Back when I was just starting to get a handle on sandboxing in Jurassic World Evolution 2 after beating the campaign. So yeah, this is what I like to call UK Jurassic. It's the only small map that's in the sandbox mode. I wish that we had a couple other ones, but as you can tell, I hadn't learned how to use the repeaters yet, so it's just pylons as far as the eye can see, but I still like this little park. I have learned a lot since I created UK Jurassic. So I got some of the basic stuff here, the hatchery, a few carnivores. I got some of the smaller are these the Troodons? Yeah, we got some Troodons here. I got the Sarahs over here. So where am I? I think I have like 2 or 3 Sarahs. So yeah, I got them. And let's see what else we got. I think the Pterosaurs were in this one. Or did all my Pterosaurs die? All right. No. Okay. Yeah, here's a Pterosaur. Okay. So yeah, this is where I put a lot of my carnivores first. And I did the best I could with the map. So yeah, this is basically what UK Jurassic looked like before I kind of abandoned it. In the center part of UK Jurassic is, I guess you could say, the herbivore paddock. And this is obviously nothing but herbivores, torosaurs, Amorgosauruses, and a few others here and there. I just basically loaded into this area. So yeah, this is where you'll find all my herbivores at. So as you can tell, a lot of them are very based looking because it was when I was still like learning the sandbox, especially if you look at all the power lines. Okay, so here's some more carnivores. Oh no, we just lost a carnivore. Oh, damn it. That's one of the things I hate about coming back to some of my parks is there's always dead dinosaurs I have to get rid of and replace, which is kind of sad. So these carnivores, I think they're called the Zenhosauruses. I could be mispronouncing that. I think their fossils are found in Asia, China, but they're compatible with this one right here, the Majungasaurus, like the Maj, as I like to call it. So they're compatible. They get along pretty well. And then my Baronyx, or Baronix, yeah, my Baronyx, my alligator. I want to hug that gator, yeah, this one. It's compatible with these little guys, yeah, the Coles. I have nicknames for them. I'm sure most of you have nicknames for them. So they're in this paddock. Let's see, what's over here in this paddock? Oh yeah, my Allosaurus. So I had my Allosaurus here. So, yeah. And, oh yeah, my raptors. Yep. Got my raptors over here. Yeah. So I had some variety of raptors that I eventually ended up breeding into this paddock. And obviously they don't have enough forest, but once again, this is one of the first parks I actually ended up fully building. And I think this was basically just compies. So I built a little park by this hotel, filled with nothing but compies for some reason. I don't know why, but I thought it was cool. And then I got a couple other carnivores in here too. Albertosauruses, I got some of them. And I got the Carnos. Where are the Carnos at? Do I have any Carnos left? I thought I did. Maybe they died and I've yet to replace them. Oh, no, no, no. They're over here. Okay, here are my Carnos. Okay, so here are some of my Carnos. They get along pretty well. And then, of course, the I guess the prize of the UK Jurassic is my T-Rex. Yep, there's the T-Rex of UK Jurassic. And in this park, I actually went through the effort of harvesting, sending out teams on expeditions. Later on, I would stop bothering to do that in future parks because it just gets a little repetitive to do it over and over and over again. But yeah, so this is my very first official sandbox park, UK Jurassic. All right, this is one of my more ambitious parks. I built this early on, shortly after UK Jurassic, and it's so big that I have frame rate issues with it. So I'm afraid of coming back to Jurassic Arizona because of heating issues with my PS5. I had that issue pop up during a Sunday stream, so I am kind of concerned about this part. But I'll show you as I can. I mean, obviously you can tell there's a massive frame rate issue. So maybe we'll just keep it safe. Yeah, I went too ambitious. You have an aviary in the distance with birds, well, pterosaurs. You have the monorail. You have some lagoons. Then I have some more herbivores. Yeah, the frame rate in this park is not the best, so maybe it'd be, I guess the better thing to do here is just keep this part of the tour short and just show you, I guess, the top-down look of this park. As you can see, very ambitious on my part. Maybe too ambitious. It was a large map, the Arizona map, and unfortunately another dead dinosaur. And with that said, yeah, I think we need to move on to the next park before my PS5 melts. Along with my sandbox parks, I'm actually going to show off some challenge parks as well. And this is one of my challenge parks that I'm really proud of. This is Jurassic California. It was a silver level. I almost got to a 5-star rating on this one. Maybe eventually I'll come back to it and finish it. But yeah, I've got several herbivores over here. Different types of herbivores, and the frame rate's a lot better on this park than on Jurassic Arizona. I don't really go back to Jurassic Arizona anymore, but I just don't have the heart to delete it. I did accidentally delete one park during my Site B Plus stream by accident, but I can always rebuild that other one. So yeah, there's herbivores here. Originally, I was gonna have all this free for herbivores to travel through, but I learned in this park that some herbivores don't like other herbivores, and some are willing to fight and kill each other. And where are the little bastards that were the killers, the ones that I had to put over here with only a few others that they got along with? All right, so it's not these guys. It's some smaller ones that are very, very spiky. They're here somewhere, hiding. Oh, yeah, these little guys. Yeah, the chunks. Yeah, these guys, there are certain herbivores that are over there that they do not like, that they were literally killing. And I was like, what the hell? Why are herbivores killing herbivores? Well, in this game, you know, some herbivores don't like other herbivores. So that's just the way it goes. So I had to put up a barrier and make sure, and this is, once again, another thing I learned the hard way, is that you have to, put herbivores in biomes with other herbivores, just like with the carnivores, in order to make sure they don't fight each other and cohabitate. So I built this monorail. I'm pretty happy with this monorail. There's still a lot more to build on this map. I never quite finished it, as you can tell. So this one I actually went bankrupt with, and I'm starting to make some money back. Yeah, this one, yeah, I had to destroy a lot of stuff because I had plans for a lagoon, I think, right here, if memory serves, but I was doing so bad financially that I just scrapped it. I abandoned the whole lagoon idea, so that went nowhere. And let's see what we got here. We got more pterosaurs. Yeah, more carnivores are going to be over here. We got, yeah, Mahjong again. I like the Mahjongs. What do I got hiding in this one? Yeah, we're not going to go through every single park like this, but some of them I am. But this park I really do like. I really do like the Jurassic California, as I call it. I know, not exactly an original name or unique name, but I just stick with a cool name. And the Troodons again. Yeah, I learned that Troodons, they fight dirty, Like when they fight other carnivores, I guess they have the ability to infect other carnivores and each other when they fight. So I think this is a little compy paddock, I think, where I put little compies at. Yep, very similar to how I did UK Jurassic. So like, I've obviously learned a lot since these couple of different parks. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to show you before we move on. All right, some more Sarahs. We got some Sarahs here. Got that one. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, as you can tell, I do like to use like different building types, like some from Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, the DFW, even some from Biosyn, because I did end up getting the Malta and the Biosyn expansions when they were half off. And for the record, I got Jurassic World Evolution 2 free on PlayStation Plus months ago, so that was awesome. But yeah, this is one of my challenge maps. Jurassic, California. Maybe one day I'll get a 5-star rating. Maybe one day. This is one of the challenge parks that I'm most proud of. I managed to beat it, medium difficulty, with a rating of 435. I do have a gold park. We'll go to that in a little bit, but I wanted to show off this one up in Canada. This is Jurassic Biosyn Canada, because it was after I got the Biosyn expansion and I beat the Biosyn campaign. And so you may notice I'm using Biosyn tech, like the outposts and the Biosyn fences for this particular park. So I was making something in this hatchery. What was I making? Oh yeah, some more of these guys. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I'll come back to this maybe one day. But yeah, I really like this little park. I mean, I feel like there's still much more for me to build with this one. I got plenty more room here, and maybe one day I'll revisit it, because like I said, there's a lot more to build. But I did manage to reach a 5-star rating with this one. So what's your opinion about the Biosyn fences? I kind of go back and forth on them. I kind of like them, but at the same time, I can understand why some people don't really like them and prefer the Jurassic Park fences instead. But it is kind of cool to look at them, and it gives you a better view of, I guess, the dinosaurs. Plus, these are the strongest fences in the game. Level 6 with some Carnos. What else we got? Got a few other things here and there as well. But yeah, I do really like this park. Oh yeah, they got my bigger dinosaurs over here. I have a Gig right there, so there's that big guy. And then I think I have a T-Rex. Is this where the T-Rex is? Yeah, here's my T-Rex in this park. Okay, so there's the T-Rex. I think I have an ACR as well somewhere. But yeah, I'll show you real quick the top down. Yeah, a few dead dinosaurs. Unfortunately, that happens the longer you end up working on a park. Got a little monorail happening right there. So, yeah, this is, as I once again call it, Jurassic Canada. Well, Jurassic Biosyn Canada. The silver challenge map that I actually got a 5-star rating in. Before we go back to the sandbox parks that I've built, one more challenge park that I wanted to feature. This one I'm kind of disappointed in. I do like the look of it and the effort I put into it. This is my only real attempt at a gold star challenge map so far, but I didn't exactly get 5-star rating in the time allotted. I did get up, I think, to maybe almost 4-star rating, but I kind of gave up on this park. But it's kind of cool. It's in the canyon here. It's my Jurassic World South by Southwest, or JW by Southwest gold challenge map. But yeah, I mean, it was quite interesting having to build around the topography. And it was a little bit of a trial and error thing for me personally. And I was trying to get this park up to like a gold standard, but I wasn't able to pull that off, unfortunately. But, you know, maybe one day I'll try my luck again at gold star. But for now, this is the best I could do. I think I got some Dilophosauruses over here, yeah. So yeah, the Dilophosauruses are right here. I managed to build a monorail around these rocks. And a few other dinosaurs here and there. Got some of these little guys here. And then I think I got some Allosauruses over here. Yeah, my Allosauruses. Okay, so yeah, this is the gold challenge map that I like the look of it. But I unfortunately was unable to get a 5-star rating within the allotted time period. So it's kind of a fail. But I still kind of like the look of this park. So yeah, here you go. JW by Southwest, or Jurassic World by Southwest. JW by SW. Now this is one of my experimental maps. I have a few of them we're going to show off, but this was one of the first that I did on Isla Nublar. I call it Super Jurassic, as you can tell. It's pretty huge. I created an entire super paddock, and I attempted to put different animals in the paddock together. It's had kind of disastrous results. An interesting experiment. I have like herbivores in here. I've had a lot of dead animals in this one. A lot of them have gotten sick, sadly. But yeah, I built 2 different monorail systems to go around the park. A lot of these dinosaurs are not exactly happy, even though I tried to build a biome that made all the herbivores happy with all the different vegetation types. And then I also tried to make the carnivores happy. Well, this is not a carnivore. Oh, Spinosaurus here. But yeah, this was an earlier experiment of mine. Kind of ambitious. And oh yeah, this happened before the Biosyn expansion. However, as you can tell, I was starting to experiment a little with the Biosyn tech later on. So this is where I was first testing the waters with the Biosyn technology. So kind of a before-after thing. So I put a gig in here just to see how strong this fence is. And I guess the dinosaurs can't break this fence as long as the power's on. So yeah, this is Super Jurassic. And I do have a Super Jurassic 2 that we're going to show off right now. So yeah, this is Super Jurassic 2. And this one I went really crazy with my quote-unquote experiment. And what I did was I basically built this park as a trap for the guests and more of a plaything for the dinosaurs. So I kind of flipped the script on this experiment. And this is actually a recent part compared to Super Jurassic 1. I used the same flat map of Isla Nublar, but I just kind of started over, but I just focused on this corner. And also used the Biosyn fencing instead and the Biosyn outposts. And I did something similar, but on a little bit smaller scale. I built a lake in the middle. I don't know why the lake looks like that, but also put some different vegetation types and herbivores and some carnivores. And I put like some sand out here with some outer water. And this is another interesting experiment because I intentionally made it appear safe for the guests, but little did the guests realize that over here on the right and left sides of the park, not exactly safe. And so unfortunately, a lot of unsuspecting guests have been terrorized and eaten by the dinosaurs, especially the king bird up here. This is like the 4th or 5th king bird I made, because one of the things I wish we could do in Jurassic World Evolution is allow the pterodons, or the pterosaurs as they're all called, to fly free. But unfortunately, you cannot. You have to really, really piss them off in the settings in order to get them to bust out of the aviary, or the aviary, the bird cage, if you will. So I put forth a lot of effort to try to bust them out. I even had like tropical storms attack this, and I obviously never had my ranger crew bother to repair it so that the pterosaurs actually could get out. Unfortunately, several of the king birds died before this one finally broke out. So this is the one king bird, as I like to call it, because it's the largest of the largest. It escaped. Oh, and these 2 assholes, these 2 gigs, are the terrors on the ground. Like, this is the terror of the sky, and these are the terrors of the ground. They have attacked and killed so many herbivores, it's not even funny. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, a lot of times the gigs seem to be kind of like a joke in some of my parks. But these two are just mean. Like, nothing has stopped these 2 so far. And I've had quite a few carnivores and herbivores that have died going up against them. And this is like the king bird's favorite little perch right on top of this viewing platform. You can tell how huge it is. But if there's one thing I would like to see them like change for a future update or maybe a future game in Jurassic World Evolution is, oh, the T-Rexes are fighting. Oh, there they are. Okay. I think they're just fighting for alpha status. while they're fighting, I'll just talk about what I would like. I would like the ability, once again, to make it to where if you wanted to create a park, kind of like a wildlife preserve, like what Site B was supposed to be in what Lost World and in Jurassic Park 3, where you could actually have the pterosaurs flying around free without having to go to this nonsense. Because unfortunately, one of the consequences is obvious. A lot of the pterosaurs have died starving or fighting just to try to escape this birdcage. So that's one thing I wish it would change. But yeah, this is an interesting experiment I had with, as I call it, Super Jurassic 2. With my king bird and my two terrible gigs. And I'm trying to see if it'll actually swoop down and enjoy a human meal. They're supposed to eat fish, but for some reason, this kingbird has developed a taste for humans. Kind of like that pelican years ago in, London, that picked up a pigeon. That's kind of like what happened. I'm just waiting for him to actually land so I could... Oh, he's going to land on his other perch. Okay, fine. I guess lunch is off the menu for today. But yeah, this is Super Jurassic 2. Another one of my experiments, more of a survival style map. I call this one Jurassic Raptor Island. There was a Jurassic Island, but I scrapped that one. And the premise is there's obviously several raptors in the game, especially if you end up getting some of the expansions like Malta, Biosyn. So I currently have 3 different actual like carnivorous raptors: the Pyroraptor, the Atrociraptor, and the Velociraptor. So I was curious about if I was making a ton of Velociraptors, a ton of Atrociraptors, and a ton of Pyroraptors, and just put them on the map, like which pack would survive? Which one would be the dominant raptors? And well, spoilers, the Velociraptors have won the day. I think I added more Velociraptors after like the Velociraptors basically won, quote unquote. But unfortunately, like some sort of disease has spread throughout the Jurassic Raptor Island. I don't have any medical units here. So yeah, this is another one of my experiments. I had like 3 hatcheries. I had them linked together. And I did have a couple of carnivores on the island, which I called bosses, that would fight each other and even fight the raptors and also the herbivores. But yeah, it was an interesting survival experiment with, what I call Jurassic Raptor Island. Yeah, so this is basically what it looked like. Yeah, kind of a bloodbath, but it's by far from the worst of my parks. That's yet to come. Another one of my experiments, this is actually a recent experiment I was doing. This one is going to look kind of Orwellian in nature because of the layout of the cages and obviously how unhappy a lot of the dinosaurs are. So yeah, I was trying to gauge like exactly how much space each dinosaur needed. And some don't need as much space as others. And there's obviously dinosaurs that are not quite happy with their confinement. But there's not really much they can do about it because I have this Biosyn level 6 fence where they can't get out of. So yeah, I'm not really happy about this park, to be honest. It was just something I was experimenting with because obviously the dinosaurs need a bit more room than this. It feels like some sort of prison. And that's why I called it Jurassic Pen, short for Pennsylvania, because this is a Pennsylvania map. And yeah, pen for penitentiary, prison. You get the idea. And I was also testing to see if the Indoraptor and the Indominus Rex would stay inside the Biosyn fence. And apparently they do. I don't know why it's missing rock. I have plenty of rock for that guy. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Indoraptor or the Indominus Rexes. I was putting them over here for experimental reasons. But yeah, it's just one of my little experiments I conducted. I probably won't be coming back to this park, but I have been working on my decorating, and one of the things I started doing in other parks, thanks to this park, I guess, is using the Jurassic Arch and then using either like the Tyrannosaurus or the Spinosaurus skeletons and put it like in the middle of the arch. So I think that actually looks kind of cool. This park not so cool. But it's not my worst park. Before we get to my worst park, and it's coming, don't worry, I'm saving it. This is one of my newer parks that I'm actually quite proud of. It's a very ambitious park, but I've learned a lot, from what you may have saw in the earlier parks and Super Jurassic to this one, which I call Jurassic Safari. I used the GeauxBurns to put them all around the map. So I have like a track going all around this map, one of the larger southwestern map. So it's a pretty big park. I'm not quite done of it yet. So I'm pretty happy overall with what I've built here. I've got a lot of viewing platforms and galleries, and I also use the biosyn outposts as well, along with the biosyn fences. And I also started using the wider path, because obviously the guests prefer the wider path. And oh yeah, I started naming my hotels and some of these parks as well. So I have some names for them, like the Hacienda for this Malta park. And then what else do we got? We got, the aviary. Where I only put pterodons in this aviary because, well, the pterodons don't really get along with any of the other birds. So I like the pterodons the most of all the pterosaurs. So yeah, I just put them right here because I had a spot here. So I decided, you know what, I'll just create me a little bird cage and throw some pterodons there. And what else we got in this park? Oh yeah, we got another one. We got the Remington. We got the Continental. I always now have a Continental in one of my parks these days. But the safari itself is pretty cool. I got obviously several viewing posts. I've been trying to put the dinosaurs, well, especially the herbivores, in areas where they have a food supply, and I've tried to put out like plenty of water because obviously this is a Southwest map. It's pretty hot, and I put some dinosaurs over here. Where did they go? Let's look. Oh, they're up here. Okay. Yeah. I got these little guys again. Them. And then I got more carnivores over here. There they are. So yeah, I like this park. I don't know what else I'm going to do with this park, but it's one of my, I guess, more ambitious parks where you can clearly tell that I've learned a few things along the way. And obviously, I, once again, do not claim to be an expert or professional when it comes to building parks in Jurassic World Evolution 2. But I do like this one better. As you can tell, I guess I kind of prefer safari-style parks than just, tried and true fenced paddocks. But I still have a few fenced paddocks as well. I mean, I kind of go back and forth. And that's the fun part about Jurassic World Evolution 2. You can basically build the park that you want. Okay, so this is what I call Jurassic Trap. It is one of my other darker experiments that I conducted. But it's kind of flipped the script. If you notice, I mean, you may not be able to notice this, but I built the park basically in the middle of the map, and I built the dinosaur paddocks around the park. And then I even put some like dinosaurs that were free of the paddocks outside these paddocks. And yeah, I did a little experiment where I just shut down the paddocks and the power, and all these poor people got ran down and destroyed by the various dinosaurs in these paddocks. And a lot of them are carnivores. Obviously, I do like having carnivores in my park because I like some of the herbivores, but I also like some of the carnivores. I got Allosauruses and Cerasauruses together. I got, let's see, more Cerasauruses. What else do I got over here? I got the Majungus over here. And what do we got here? Got a little bit of a frame rate on this map because I got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of dinosaurs. Some of them are still alive. Allosauruses. And what do we got? Oh, yeah, we got some T-Rexes. So I got T-Rexes here. And I think I have some of the smaller dinosaurs. If I can find them. Oh, yeah, there's one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, one of the compies. Oh. Yeah, I got one of the compies right there.
I'm sure you're busy.
And Dr. Malcolm talking over me.
But this latest objective is something that you should really pay attention to.
All right, so moving on. We got, some Velociraptors and Albertosauruses. I got quite a few Albertosauruses here. And Carnos as well. A lot of them, actually. So yeah, that's one of my other experiments that I conducted. So yeah, there's an ACR. Okay, yeah. I like the ACRs. They're pretty cool. But yeah. So yeah, this is Jurassic Trap. And what else we got here? Oh yeah. Here's one of my herbivore paddocks. Once again, I tried to mix certain herbivores together. A little bit of trial and error on this part. But yeah, pretty big map. Once again, this is, I think, the Biosyn Sanctuary map in sandbox mode. So yeah, okay, I've held it off long enough. Okay, this was Jurassic Trap, and no, far from the worst of my parks, which we're going to now. Okay, so this is probably my worst park. And I mean worst, it's not design-wise, it's what the park is hiding. Now, if you look at it right here, it looks like a normal park. You have some Diplodocuses over here. You have a lagoon over there. You got some of these little guys. Once again, I do like these little guys. So they have their own little area. And then you got, I think that's I believe this is a Dreadnoughtus. Yeah, Dreadnoughtus. I got a Dreadnoughtus over here. So, you know, on the surface, it looks like a really nice, friendly park, right? Really nice, family-friendly park. You know, got some herbivores and some other animals. Oh yeah, got these little Aviraptors. They're kind of cool. Oh, and the other ones, the Moroses. I think these are like ancestors of T-Rexes, I believe. And let's see, where are they? Yeah. Anyways, let's move forward, shall we? I know what you guys are wanting to see. You want to see why this is one of my worst parks. And oh yeah, I've got more herbivores in this one. And I got more of the big birds over here. And oh yeah, I got an aviary over here, some more birds in the bird cage. And then we have this area. I call this park Jurassic War Zone. This park is a fucking bloodbath. And I built it to be a bloodbath. Where dinosaurs, mainly carnivores, fight to the death. And it's been one of these ongoing experiments of mine. I haven't come back to it in a quick minute. But a lot of carnivores and even some herbivores have died in this particular paddock. I have designed it so. And obviously it's one of my most profitable parks because apparently the guests want to see blood. Filthy, stinking guests. I blame them. Because I have over $900 million in this park. It's my most lucrative park. And I wonder why. Because I've had animals flown in, which I purchased off the black market. And I've had them put into this particular war zone to fight and die and decay away. So yeah, this is my most brutal park. And obviously, I use the rest of the park to conceal this part. Oh God, this is so messed up. This one, and they're still fighting. I don't know. There's just something about coming into this park or doing this in Jurassic World Evolution 2, because there are challenges which encourage you to have the dinosaurs fight each other and fight to the death even. So it's something the game allows you to do. But to actually see it on this scale, with so much carnage and so much death, it's just crazy. And as you can tell, I set up viewing platforms all around here, along with hotels. Yeah, I've got quite a few hotels. Yeah, I never named these hotels. Okay. So it's one of my, I guess you could say the dirty secret of my parks is this one, Jurassic War Zone. Welcome to the War Zone. But yeah, even though I've spent millions and millions of dollars buying mostly carnivores and sometimes herbivores off the black market and bring them in here to fight and die or be eaten by carnivores, the people still keep coming. They still keep coming. They still keep making me money. So if you want to build a park in Jurassic World Evolution 2 that will guarantee you money, build a park like this, where you just have like a free-for-all, kind of like a stadium of sorts, where the carnivores just go at it. And you load it with a ton of carnivores, and you let them fight and kill each other. And you obviously put some amenities in there. You put some water, you put some goats, you put some meat trays. But yeah, it is one of my most brutal parks. It is the most brutal park I've created. So I don't know. Half of me is kind of proud of it, but half of me is kind of ashamed of it. So yeah. And the freaking Atrociraptors are just so freaking mean. I mean, look at them. They're just jumping on this poor Carno. Just tearing it apart. Of course, the Carno is kind of fighting back. Alright, well, the Carno's dead. Okay, let's move on to the next fight real quick. See, it's so freaking addicting. It's like, you look at it, you know it's wrong. You know it's bad. But for some reason, you just can't turn away from it. You just have to watch. You just have to look. And I do have medical staff, by the way. So I do have a medical staff that will come in and treat any of the dinosaurs that survive. And yeah, a lot of ranger teams and MVU teams have been destroyed in the process. So yeah, there you go. Jurassic Warzone. Yeah, I built this. Okay, let's move on to a couple other parks before we wrap up. Welcome to the bird park in Deutschland. Yeah, this park's in Germany, and as you can tell by the name, Bird Park, it is mainly about the pterosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution 2. And as you may have noticed, I had a few lagoons. We didn't really go over to the lagoons because I think the lagoons are most people's least favorite part of the game, mine included. But I have experimented with some of the lagoon creatures. But I decided to make a park mostly dedicated to the pterosaurs. And I've made each one of these bird cages where the pterosaurs in each bird cage were habitable. Like, I have one specifically for pterodons once again. A big, beautiful, huge pterodon cage. And then let's go to the next cage. We'll go to this one. What's in this one? Oh, yeah, one of my king birds, as I like to call it. Safe and sound. Not able to have meals out of humans. I think I have like a king bird in most of the other aviaries except for the pterodon. And I built a little forest for... oh, yeah, I've got a couple of king birds. Like, for these little guys... they like forests, so I built some. I put some trees in here, and yeah, I can go into the viewing galleries too, which is cool. But I got a few little birds in here. I think it's just these little guys and the king birds. So let's move on to. Let's move to this one. Okay. So what's in this one? All right. So I got these guys because obviously some of the pterosaurs don't get along with other pterosaurs, so I try to make these cages where the pterosaurs in each one would actually get along, even if they were just their own species. So we'll move to this one. Okay, so this one. Now these little guys, I got them in here. And I see, are they? Oh, yeah, there's another king bird in here. I just call them king birds because they're the biggest of the pterosaurs in the game. And I think this is the only one we did not go into. Okay. Another king bird. And some more. Yeah, got these little guys. So yeah, these are my different bird cages inside Bird Park. But it's not the only thing I have in here because I had room. So I added some other quote-unquote birds. I have, let's see. I got a few of these guys. I have this one. This one's really pretty. I like this one. And then I have some oviraptors. These little guys. I was trying to show you these guys earlier. They're really, really small. But they're actually omnivores. I think they're like the only omnivore that I currently have. Because I didn't buy any of the other packs. I bought the Malta pack, the Biosyn pack, but those other packs I didn't bother with. So this one just having some lunch. I guess it's going to have a little something over here to wash it down with. And then I had... Oh yeah, I got some Pyoraptors. So I got a few Pyoraptors. And originally I actually had this as one paddock where I had them mixed in with some other oviraptors, but then they started hunting down the oviraptors, and so I had to separate them so these oviraptors wouldn't be destroyed. So I have like a paddock of oviraptors here, and then I have more oviraptors here. But wait, there's more because I went down here to the beach, and I expanded it, and I added even more oviraptors. So I got some more oviraptors running around down here on the beach with the Biosyn outposts. And obviously, this is for the oviraptors. Got quite a few of them down here. And I have some of the big birds over here. From Dominion. Yeah, I got these guys. I think I have like 2 of them down here. So I got 3 total in this park. And, my biggest bird I have are these birds. See these birds? They're pretty big birds, aren't they? Well, they're supposedly evolved from birds. Okay. So yeah, I got these 2 T-Rexes here for reasons. And I think I had some Moroses there. This eventually becomes a T-Rex if you go by evolution. Yeah, these little guys. Yeah, these little guys eventually, over I guess millions and millions of years, evolve into those. Science, yo. Yeah. So yeah, I got one more section. I think I threw a whole bunch of herbivores in this section that I felt like were kind of bird-like. So yeah, gallimimuses. I got a few gallimimuses. I got some other species in here as well. But yeah, this is the bird park, and it's an okay little park, mostly friendly, in Germany, and it was just something a little different I wanted to try. Where it was mostly just pterosaur themed, but I liked making it so far. I still really wish that they eventually make it in a future update, or maybe in the next Jurassic World Evolution game, if there's a third one, where we can actually allow the pterosaurs to fly free without forcing them to break free from the aviaries or have a storm damage it to the point where they can escape. Because I would like to continue making, like, I guess you could say, sanctuaries where the pterosaurs could fly free, just like in Super Jurassic 2. All right, I do have one more bonus park to show you. Now we're back on Isla Sorna, but this is actually a different park than Site B+, which I guess at the recording of this video is my newest park. I did have one other park that I built in Oregon, but accidentally once again got overwritten out of existence during the stream. So if you're a fan of Snoot Game or I Want to Hug That Gator, these are 2 games my fiance Riley Black Fox played. She streamed both games and I was there providing additional voices, so I kind of played the games with her over on her channel. There are characters that were featured in both Snoot Game and I Want to Hug That Gator that I kind of sort of added to this little park, which is why I call this park I Want to Hug That JP. So let's look at the different dinosaurs. And by the way, obviously you can name the dinosaurs if you want. So we got Olivia. She was one of the main characters of I Want to Hug That Gator. She was the gator. And I try to be species accurate with these characters. In the game, I Want to Hug That Gator, she's a Baryonyx. She doesn't really look like a Baryonyx, but she is a Baryonyx. And then we have, over here, we have Ben, which was a former friend of Olivia. He's class president. His girlfriend, she's a real biatch. But I don't know where Mia is. She's somewhere in this park, scheming and plotting probably. Mia's also a parasaur. We'll look for her in a minute. Oh, and here's Inko. Now, Inko is actually a human in I Want to Hug That Gator, but here's the thing. Like, with the exception of the quote-unquote guests, I had to make do with what we had. And so I just turned Inko into another Baryonyx, which I guess makes sense. So Inko's here as well. Damien's around somewhere. His family was around too, but then his family tried to fight and kill Inko, and Inko, well, killed them. Oh, and here's Liz, Damien's girlfriend, a Brachiosaurus. I tried to make her colors kind of match Liz's, but let's see, where's Damien hiding? Okay, Damien's over here. Like I said, I had all 3 members of his other family, but they're all dead. So all that's left is Damien, so he kind of hides by himself. And where's Mia at? Okay, Mia's over here. Okay, so Mia's, I guess she's kind of camera shy. No, there's Mia. Oh yeah, she's, if you played I Want to Hug That Gator, or you watched Riley and me play it, you know Mia's a real bitch. And there's Mia. And now we go over here to a mini bird cage, because we do have some pterosaurs here. We have, let's see, where's Ideken? So I think that's Ideken. Yeah, okay, so this is Ideken. He was in I Want to Hug That Gator. He was an important character, a mentor to both Olivia and Inko, and I want to hug that gator. And a lot of people liked my voice for Ideken. But he was kind of lonely because you have to have a certain number of pterodons in a bird cage. I don't care about Mia and Ben being lonely. I couldn't think of any other parasaurs to add. But I did go ahead and I incorporated some characters over from Snoot Game to this game. So what do we got? We got, we won't start with her. Where is, I wish they would just hold still. Okay, so we have Adon and we have Fang. So Fang and Adon were two of the main characters in Snoot Game, made by the same developer. Now, Snoot Game is what started off as a spoof to another game called Goodbye Volcano High, but Snoot Game is way better than Goodbye Volcano High. And so we got Fang and we have Anon. And Anon's also a human, just like Inko is, but since we don't have any humans, I made him a pterodon as well, Fang and Anon. And in one of the good endings, they end up having a daughter named Amber. So that's why I named the fourth pterodon Amber. And so yeah, this is the bonus park I wanted to show y'all real quick at the end. I want to hug that JP for all of you Snoot Game, and I want to hug that Gator fans. All right, back at Site B, my newest park. Once again, thanks to everybody that watched me build Site B Plus on the stream. We might do some future build and chill streams down the road. And I hope you all enjoyed the video along with all the various parks that I've made. Once again, I'm not a professional park builder. There's definitely other channels that do a way better job than me. I've just really enjoyed playing this game. And as someone who is a lifelong lover of dinosaurs and everything dinosaurs, once again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a paleontologist. I kind of wanted to be when I was a kid, but obviously that didn't pan out. I have really been enjoying Jurassic World Evolution 2. And one of my favorite movies is Jurassic Park. I like the other Jurassic movies, but easily the best of the Jurassic franchise is still Jurassic Park. And here's one of my T-Rexes, which has been causing a spot of bother, a little mischief in the park with my tour, my safari tour, with no paddocks, no fencing to protect them. And where's the other T-Rex? I think it was hiding over here. Okay, here's my other T-Rex. So this one's behaving for right now. This one's behaving, and the other one's not exactly behaving. But as you can tell, I've really been enjoying playing this game. So much so that I, once again, bought the Malta Biosyn packs, 50% discount for both. And off-stream, I'll probably continue to build parks and abandon parks and move on to other parks. And there might even be future build and chill streams down the road whenever the itch comes up for more Jurassic World Evolution 2. But yeah, I do really enjoy dinosaurs, and of course the world of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, even if Fallen Kingdom and Dominion really weren't that good, maybe the next Jurassic movie will be pretty good. We can only hope. But there you go, all the parks that I featured in this video so far. Sandbox, challenge parks. Some parks I'm very proud of. Others, as you can tell, I've come a long way since I first built, like UK Jurassic. And a few of the parks that, yeah, I are kind of like a guilty pleasure of sorts. But now I want to know some of your favorite parks that I featured. Which ones did you like the most? And what would you like to see me build for a future park in Jurassic World Evolution? Thoughts, views, opinions, as always, welcome below in the comments section.